In today's video, we're going to be talking about a feature that looks like it unfortunately will not be making its way into GTA 6. Even with technological advancements and on newer hardware, it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. We'll be talking about what that is and more all in this video today. So there was some conversation happening on the GTA forum site where Insider TezFunds2 responded to someone that said this: "One thing that will be nice is if we can adjust height." And he said adjustable height is a developer's nightmare because of its complex dependencies. It would impact many aspects such as collisions, animations, clothing, equipment, weapons, and interactions, even tattoos and face makeup. Games that offer adjustable height typically use presets. This would mean managing multiple modes of the online character. Managing both male and female characters is already challenging enough. In short, it's too demanding to realistically expect as a part of the customization options. I think Rockstar would exclude it from customization, just as they did with Red Dead Online. And I'm not trying to be a downer, but for this to be realistic, you would expect it to be designed with the single-player experience in mind from the start, like make your own character to tell your own story, instead of following the story of Jason and Lucia. But Rockstar is known for crafting their own narratives rather than coming up with an Ubisoft feature. And then there was a little bit more follow-up weight and age for our characters, with him saying these two features, however, are already present in Red Dead Online, so we can reasonably expect them. And I totally understand this as a want that gamers would like to have in their online experience. Because, I mean, if you think about it, that's one of the very first things you'll notice about someone that essentially separates them from everyone else. You could have people that are 6'3" like myself. You could have people that are even taller than me or much shorter than me. It all makes us different in who we are. But as TezFunds2 just explained, it's an absolute nightmare for Rockstar Games developers because depending on how many, height presets they had, if indeed they did do presets and didn't just give an unlimited option, this would mean they would have to have different versions of clothing, equipment, weapons, interactions, collisions, animations. That sounds absolutely nightmarish. Even things like tattoos and face makeup. So it doesn't look like that's going to be possible in GTA 6 to adjust the height of our character. However, two features that look like they will be able to return, and that is weight and age. I think things that are more cosmetic, like weight and age, are easier for them to implement than the various height of characters that can ultimately change other things that they have to implement into the game as well. Now, there was more follow-up to this entire saga, as just a few hours later someone said this: "I mean, my thinking is they've already developed Jason and Lucia and NPCs with height in mind, so presets would be a-okay with me. Just give us like 3 height options. That would be sufficient enough, right? So a short, an average, and an above average option. They already have what looks like possible vehicle presets for heights, as we saw in the leaks. This will be the first Rockstar game with playable characters with different heights as far as I know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So in short, no pun intended, it seems height is something that is foundational to the gameplay from what we have seen so far. I definitely wouldn't be angry if it's not in, but it seems like a no-brainer since it's already in the pipeline, with TezFunds2 saying presets are fine and are already available within the games that offer such customization. That's what I would expect if we were to have them as part of the character creator, but scalable height customization where you can set your height up to an exact value isn't something we'll likely see for a while. And I agree with that commentator NYC Patrol that I don't think we need to have much. We just need to have some sort of ability to customize it to a degree. And whether that be 3 height options or 5 or 10, that might be getting a little extreme, but maybe Rockstar gives us a ton of different options. I think that will be nice to differentiate our characters versus having us all being the exact same height. Which again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, it's one of the first things when you see someone in real life, you can say, hey, that guy's really tall, or she's really short, or vice versa. It's a way we differentiate ourselves. Now, all of this led to more conversation as Insider TezFunds2 said this: "I've never claimed it's an impossible task. I've noted that Rockstar handles height differences in a manner similar to how MMOs manage different races, by managing the male and female character models. I believe it's less likely because if Red Dead Online had this clothing tech, it raises the question of why height customization was not included. And responding to the previous commentator, he ended up saying it isn't. In both GTA Online and Red Dead Online, male and female characters are set at slightly different heights, and certain footwear like high heels can increase your character's height. They already manage height differences in both games. Despite this, we haven't seen height customization yet. So that last bit is the real kicker there, because Rockstar do have little details that make male and female characters slightly different heights, things like footwear, high heels, etc. And so they do manage this, but even with them managing that, they still haven't introduced the height customization yet. So maybe that's something they will do in Grand Theft Auto 6 and its multiplayer, but they've certainly been careful with it over the last 2 iterations of multiplayer in GTA Online and Red Dead Online, because they're probably well aware of all the problems it can cause. And really wrapping up the speculation on this subject, Jason, an admin on the GTA forum site, said this: I mean, that's a bit of a if my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike situation, isn't it? With that line of thinking, you could have said in 2017 that Red Dead Online won't have the ability to change the character's weight because GTA 5 didn't. This isn't a studio who stop at what they did with the last game and go good enough, as you know. With Insider Test Funds 2 chiming in to say, I'm questioning their reasons for not including that with Red Dead Online, with them moving on from GTA 5, since the transition is similar to Red Dead Online to Grand Theft Auto 6, when they already manage height differences between GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Height customization with presets is what we would expect with GTA 6 if Rockstar were to feature it. Height customization with a slider is a big leap, and one I would not expect to see until Rockstar invents tech to handle that with perhaps the next game after GTA 6, if that game is to improve upon the height presets that would be introduced in GTA 6. We could have expected that if height presets were already included with Red Dead Redemption 2, since it's a major improvement from GTA 5. So essentially what he's saying is he's just using logic. That if Rockstar is going to include anything with height adjustments in GTA 6, it'll be at that 3 to 5 to 10 preset level. It's not going to be something where you can just use a slider and say, hey, I want my character to be 5'9¼ inches, or I want him to be this exact height so that when he stands over his car, you can just see the top of his head or something like that. It's not going to be like that. It's essentially saying you can't jump up 2 stairs without going up the first set of steps. We have to see it in GTA 6 with the presets before we can get something like an unlimited height slider. So it doesn't look like that feature is going to be introduced in GTA 6. Hopefully Rockstar improves upon what we've seen in the last 2 titles they've made, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. But I thought this conversation was interesting, and I'd love to pass it off to you in those comments down below. Does the height of your character matter, and is that something you'd like to adjust in the next Grand Theft Auto game? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.